It's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and today I'm showing you my sold listings for this past week. There are a lot of listings to go through, so I broke this up into two videos. This is the first, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So I sold these vintage Muppet Babies plush dolls, and they are still in the original wrappers, and these are just a great find. I sold them for, it was about $24.95. Plus shipping. Everything that I sell is plus shipping, so the prices that I give is just what I sold it for. But they're very cool and in great shape. I listed them, and within about 2 or 3 days they sold. And I'm very happy because they are holiday themed, and I did not want to sit on them for a while and wait. Next item up is just a metal apple slicer. And there's nothing I don't think too special about this. It's just a neat metal piece, and it's sold for $14.95. So that's very nice. Next up is this. Oh, the clocks like to go off. Is this very cool lamp. And I actually sold this to a movie set that they're currently in production, and I think on Wednesday they're going to be using it. It would be the following Wednesday. They're going to be using this when they're recording their stuff. But that's awesome. I've had many people buy things from me that were going to go in TV shows or movies. I've sold things to Gotham for their whatever their season that I guess they're in now. It's like a red rotary phone, a lot of things. They bought about 9 different things from me in that setting, and I shipped it out FedEx for them using their account. It's really cool. ET glass, I sold more of these, and I have, I think, about 3 more left. Okay, this sold for $12. Miss Piggy glass, this one sold for about $12 too. And then the Flintstones glass. This one sold for, I think, about $9.95. I have quite a bit of these to get through. Okay. And then I really like this pencil box, and it's an old style graphic. I mean, and it has the insert in it still. That's just crazy. I only charged $14.95, and it sold within a few days of me listing it. So it's one of those things where I'm kind of regretting it. But the person actually, in this case, they sent me a little message along with their order saying how they were really excited and they're going to gift it to their boyfriend who uses nothing but this particular pencil. I mean, that's just interesting to hear. It's neat to hear the stories and why people buy what they do, and I did not know that this was even really anything too special. Dixon Taekwondo, can't even pronounce it. But yes, really cool. Next up, afghans. I just listed these about a week ago or so, and this is a really pretty one with great color. Etsy now offers gift wrapping, so this was the very first order that actually added the gift wrap option. It's a $3 surcharge in my case. So it being an Afghan, I folded it up very nicely, and then I wrapped it in some like natural jute twine. And then I put some bright blue tissue paper, the color of my logo, around the entire thing. So, the blanket sold for, I think it was $14.95. It's not a very large one. It's just really cool with the diamonds. I maybe should have asked for about 20, but it's okay. These are pretty cool. They are math salt and pepper shakers, and I don't quite understand them. They have like an odd face going on, and then they have equations written. It's hard to see, yeah. Equations written along here. And they sold I think I had about, it was between $12 and $15 on them. I cannot remember, but I'm glad that they sold. These are really cute, and I love picking up the chained figurines. There was originally one more, but it had a little chip on it, and I figured this was just enough anyway. So I took one of the cats off of the chain, and it looks just fine. They're redware pottery. Very cool. Next up. Oh, I keep forgetting. I sold these for about 20. It's either 20 or 25. Okay, these next two listings I sold to the same person in Hong Kong, which is, I've never sold anything to Hong Kong. So it's these barware glasses, very cool. And I'm a little bit stressed still about how they're going to arrive. I added insurance because glassware and shipping is already bad enough, but then shipping overseas with all the extra bumps, I don't even want to think about it. Next, so there's these cool glasses, and then these shot glasses with the silver rims on them. These took a while to sell. I thought that these would sell a long time ago, and they did take their time, but they finally sold. These were about 25, and so were the other ones were, I think, about 29. And then he paid like, I don't even, $60 in shipping. Yeah, it was 60. It was crazy. All right, and now we have a toaster, a chrome toaster. I love these toasters. I don't like photographing them because of the glare. Most like anything that has glares, I can't stand it. But this took a long time to sell again, and it's a really great toaster with no like dings or dents. Very cool, and I finally sold for $45. Next up is salt and pepper shaker in the shape of Texas and what is that? I keep forgetting. An oil tower. It took me so long to figure out what this was when I was listing it. I was like, is this a telephone? Is this like a electrical thing? No, oil tower. Makes sense. This sold for about $14.95. I sold another one of my Christmas cards. I have about 200 or around 300 more. Very cute graphics. Okay. A light bright I sold. I am completely out of light brights now. I had 2 of them, and this is actually, this would be my 3rd light bright that I sold. This is the pictures I took for the very first one, and to take this picture, I have to move about 2 pieces of furniture, bring up a whole bunch of lights, and stage an area in front of my fireplace to get this. So I used the same picture that I had on my very first one for the next 2, and I just updated the quantity to 2. And I did note that right in the description, because I'm not, I don't want to have issues with people about, the only thing that would really be different is, I think, maybe the box condition, if it's a little bit more faded, but everything else was in there in the sheets. I just had to update the amount of sheets that came with it. Very cool. This sold for $45, and the other one that I sold a couple weeks ago sold for $45. But the very first one that I sold was $65, and I intentionally made the discount because I did not feel like taking new pictures. So that's the discount that you get for that. These are just some basic glass swizzle sticks for if you had a vintage bar. These, I'm so sick of seeing them. I had a lot of them, and this was one of the very first things that I listed whenever I started Etsy last year. I think I started Etsy in, I don't even know when I started. I need to look that up. But it wasn't that long ago, honestly, that It's less than 2 years. So this was in my light box, my original light box that I had. This sold for about $5 or less. They bought 2 of them, and I have, I think, 2 more to go, and then I'm done with these. Next up is these next 2 listings are going to this went to the same person, and she already got them and wrote me a great review. The first thing is this really cool pillow. I say really cool, but to her it's really cool. To me, it's not. So it's not that exciting. She was very happy to get them. I sold this one for $8. Yeah, that's right, $8. It sat for a while because I wanted originally, I think, 12. $8 for that one, and then for this one, $6. So she bought both, and I wrapped them up nicely in a plastic bag and then put them in a box. And it's as simple as that. You know, there's no wrapping anything. So I've sold a lot of pillows before, and they're an easy thing to ship, but they are not the easiest thing to store. They take up a lot of room in your totes, and they're not huge money makers either. So I'm going to be very picky going forward with what pillows that I do buy. Okay, then the last thing in this first video is some Fire King. These are Fire King anniversary sets, and they were very heavy, roughly about 10 pounds, but they're a very cool pattern, and I'm glad that they sold. These ended up selling for about, I think I had them listed for $65, and then I currently have a special going on right now, so then that took off, I think, around $8. So they sold for around $55, which is still very good. Okay, well, anyways, that is the very first video in this 2-part week. I have 15 more listings to get through, so I'm going to go ahead and end this one. And if you'd like it, that's great. You can like it, subscribe if you haven't. And what's the other thing people do? Like, subscribe, comment. That's also good. You could share it. You could do the hokey pokey. You could do all of that at the same time and record it for me. This is the end of this video, and thanks for watching.